Hey everybody, Ranchin here, bringing you yet another StarCraft commentary. Just keep them coming, keep them coming. It's going to be set 3 of Lecaf Oz against SKT1. Telecom T1. Merry Christmas, by the way. And we're going to have here a matchup between Young and Bisu. Young is a fairly new protoss. He's only played 2 professional matches, both of which he won, and both of which were against protoss. Not any good protoss players, but he still won them, and they're feeling adventurous here by sending them out against Bisu, maybe because a player from OGN named Tazo, which was his first match ever, beat Bisu after he won the MSL. I don't know, we'll see. Bisu is on a mad winning streak right now, winning his last 5 matches, maybe even more, and his PvP is also very stellar. He recently beat Stork on the same map they're going to be playing here, which is Requiem. Look forward to seeing how Young manages against him. 4, 3, 2, 1, go. I like having Metallic in the background, it's actually quite nice. So yeah, Requiem, we're going to have Bisu in orange at 9 o'clock. We're going to have Young in teal at 12 o'clock. Requiem, very interesting map. Very interesting for PvP in that it's very interesting how the matches can turn out. If you have to fight up your ramp, you get such a huge disadvantage, especially when you fight Dragoon battles, that you can just completely lose. People going ape shit due to Bisu in his little uniform there. Yum yum yum, which is what the fangirls are thinking, not me. Don't look at me like that. Right. I look forward to seeing how Young matches this. Young, yes. Don't think really he has big of a chance against Bisu, but I look forward to seeing at least what kind of fight he goes up. What he has some sort of new creative stuff going on to try to take out Bisu. Huge pictures there of all the players in SKT1 in Christmas outfits. All of them looking so cute. No, okay, there's going to be no cheese by Young, so he's just going to go for a standard game, not going to try to cheese his way into victory against Bisu here, and Bisu also not going to try to embarrass the new guy. He's going to play his good old standard PvP, which has proven itself quite capable in the last month or 2. Him, of course, winning the MSL, which was a Protoss-only semifinals, so very interesting in that regard. Another picture there of Bisu. Not quite looking like him all that much, except for the hair. Scouting probes now going down. Bisu is going to scout Young correctly. Young is going to scout Bisu last, I think. Gas and gateway on the way for Young. I don't know if Bisu, I think Bisu at this point already has his gateway and his gas as well. Bisu going to move in here, see if he's going on, see if he can't be irritating with that probe of his. Well, he has to be very careful not to get caught. Again, we get to see the fabled SKT1 mascot, which looks so cute and weird. Okay, go away, mascot. Give me my friggin' match. You're not Santa Claus. You're missing the beard. I think is that a manor pylon? I don't think that's a manor pylon. If that's a manor pylon, it's a very bad manor pylon. Okay, that was indeed a manor pylon, and a very bad manor pylon. That I don't think it caught anything. So yeah, actually it does prevent that one little mineral patch there from being mined, but at the same time it's not that successful, so it didn't catch any probes inside. But at the same time, just disrupt the newbie as much as you can. Young already has his. Okay, a forge being set down by Bisu. Wow, by Young. No, whose base is this? Yes, the forge being set down by Bisu inside of Young's base. So he's really going to disrupt as much as he can. Apparently going to go for cannons right inside of his base. Bisu being a total crazy guy right here. A bunch of mining being prevented correctly by this forge. I'm going to see if he cancels it. Cybernetics care going down by Young, but no, that pylon is going to go down, so going to be no cannons. There's going to be an unpowered forge. It's just going to disrupt a lot of mining for Young. That forge, very good positioning, prevented all in all, what, 3 or 4 mineral patches from being mined without the probes having to circle around. So that's been pretty decent economic disruption there. Bisu still has that probe inside there, seeing if he can do any more damage. So it is a little bit of a waste of minerals, of course, but at the same time, it gets his job done. So Forge is going to be taken down. 2 gateways for Bisu. Second gateway going up after that Cybernetics Core, two Zealots running out, see if they can do anything. Second gateway also coming up for Young. So Young, okay, not as much mining done, a little bit economically damaged, but at the same time, Bisu had to, of course, waste those minerals to build that pylon and build that force. That's 250 minerals that he went to do some damage. Didn't catch any probes, but of course it did force them to do kind of, you know, partial distance mining, having to circle around to the minerals. That scouting probe by Young is going to get taken down by that Dragoon. So yeah, I don't know if anybody has an advantage at this point, but I'd say that Bisu definitely has the momentum at this point. Young is probably a little bit shaken up, and against young players, against fresh blood, this is actually very useful. This little harassment, this little stuff that doesn't really do any real damage except for psychological damage. This works very well against new players because they're not really sure maybe how to react to this and could make mistakes because of this. Two gateways out. I think he already has Dragoons at this point. That did foil one of those probes that were trying to move in. Two Dragoons and two Zealots for both players outside ramp. Third Zealot now. Dragoon, I'm sorry, for Bisu. And he's going to use that go ahead and move in with three Dragoons. Two Zealots going to see if he can't micro his way around the defensive position that Young has set up. Two Dragoons and one Zealot. So when it comes to troops, he does have one more. Although I think, yeah, at this point Young should be able to enforce them. Two Dragoons moving out to help defend this. Bisu not moving in though. He's just camping around with those forces, maybe trying to see what Young tries to do. Those two Zealots are going to move out and just going to spot those forces of Bisu, but not going to engage them. Just going to hang around, maybe try to entice Bisu to come into his other forces, try to do some damage. A robotics facility coming up for both players at this point. So, yeah, when it comes to timing, it's pretty young. So here's an engagement there. Two Zealots meeting two Zealots. Four Dragoons meeting four Dragoons. One Zealot goes down, another Dragoon reinforced there by Bisu, but oh, Bisu losing. Oh man, making Young lose his Dragoon, his Zealot I mean, and now, oh, Young is in a bad position. He lost that Zealot, was blocking, still a Zealot running in for Bisu, taken out, and then Probe also being a menace, losing a couple of Dragoons as well. But Bisu unfortunately being forced to move back because it takes a little bit of time for him to reinforce the current forces, while Young being so close to his base can reinforce rather quickly. Four Dragoons there waiting outside, and Bisu waiting for reinforcement before he decides to re-engage. Young also waiting for his own forces. Ooh, that reinforcement Dragoon, being caught by Bisu's own Dragoons. Very nice there, so all shields gone for that Dragoon. Young has to be very careful because Bisu loves doing this kind of stuff. He loves harassing, he loves being a total pain in the ass. Robotics support going up for Bisu, while Young is actually going for an observatory first, so he's being very careful, and he's going to be very careful also that he doesn't get caught with a Reaver drop while his attention is diverted to the front of his own base. Probe now moving out for Bisu, possibly take down an expansion. I see this a lot, that Protoss, instead of taking their own naturals, prefer to take another main expansion somewhere else. Oh, maybe not. That probe's just going to stand there and camp around. Shuttle is out for Bisu. I don't know if it has a Reaver at this point. I don't think it has, but it's definitely ready to drop in. It might have a Reaver at this point. I just don't think the robotics support was ready. I think this might be just a Zealot drop or even just a Dragoon drop, and there's nothing, of course, to meet this in Young's base. He has everything defending his ramp. No, okay, maybe that was just a scouting shuttle, just seeing what Young saw that his robotics support was just coming up now, and Young, of course, forced to move a Dragoon and a couple of Dragoons in defensive position, and has his observatory there that can spot. Reaver now out, and observatory coming up for Bisu, so he's possibly gonna try to see if he can do